sound. There we go. So,
Oh yeah.
we're back at it. We're here again. Welcome everybody to 1152 Circle.
We are back and we're better.
Yes, we are.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll do the round of. I'm your guy, Roxas Wright, CJ Wright, the one and only.
Yes, sir. And you know what the vibes are. It's Denzel, JD, Daddy Quick, early or late. And we have our special guest today for week 2 of
Yeah. Hey guys.
Woo! Yay!
Woo!
Ooh,
Claps all around.
thanks.
And this is the 1152 Circle podcast. Welcome back, guys. But before we start, I have some grievances.
Ooh.
My grievance of the week is why are we attacking the black man once again? This week, if you guys don't already know, Tiger Woods got into a car accident. It was very almost fatal. By God's grace, it was not. But they are looking to charge this man with a crime.
What?
For what? I have no idea why you can get yourself into a car accident. Mind you, no one else got hurt by him. No one else got touched. Someone got rear-ended because they were being nosy. But that's separate. Tiger
But
got
they're still
his
trying to charge
leg
him, huh?
crushed, and they're still trying to find out whether or not they can charge him with a crime. So,
Black History Month.
Black History Month.
They said there's a few days left. What can we mess up?
I know Aaliyah has been saying this, but I want to see if you agree, Chris. Do you think that this year's February, Black History Month, has been the worst one in the past few years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we start off by shoveling the white man's snow. Like, what, 3 times over the course of the month?
More than 3.
More than 3 times over the course of this month alone. So, that was a bad start. What else happened this month?
Got the car.
What happened?
I said Tiger Woods got in a car accident.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
We got a few people who went missing this month.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's every month I get it, but like, bruh, like, come on. Can y'all kidnap us, take a break for 1 month?
Celebrated enough.
Right. But no, it's this month felt kind of strained. My girl is in this choir, right? And one of them for Black History Month, one of the people that led the choir kept talking about all these different songs to celebrate Black History Month, and the history she gave, all of the songs was all incorrect.
Wow.
Like the African American anthem, right? She was talking about it, and the whole time. Oh well, first of all, she said all the wrong things. Second of all, she played the wrong notes and also played the wrong tempo for the whole entire thing, and then actually allow people to ingest the meaning of the song or the lyrics at all. Nice. She didn't do any of that. When like I implore anybody that actually hears this to take a few minutes and genuinely read the lyrics to that song. It's a beautiful piece. A lot of things have been going under the radar. I know. What is it? There was one in particular that I was thinking about all week, and now I don't have it.
Well, while you think on that, I have a little bit of good news. Well, not good news. It's weird. You
Yeah.
reminded me of it when you're talking about the February voice. I performed it, kind of, sort of, for my class, my honors class this past year. It's on YouTube. I'm not gonna tell you guys how to access it. If y'all want to have it, get us to 100 views, and then
I found it already.
I'll release
I'm
it.
playing.
Oh wow.
He didn't tell me where it was for a reason.
Yeah, so if you want to hear me butcher lift every voice and sing with a great pianist, then you can do that.
He sounded fine.
I found it. We could talk about that too, because I feel like most musicians are very hypercritical of their own work.
Absolutely.
Chris? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So I'm allowed to think I'm bad.
I'm gonna use the rest
Even
of
though
the
I'm
y'all
pretty
continue.
sure I am bad. I have a lot to work on, but granted, when I did perform, that was the first time I even touched my saxophone in over a year. So yeah, that was bad. But given that fact, I think I did pretty well. So hooray.
Yay.
Pause.
Applause.
Word. But yeah, this Black History Month, for better, like, taking into account all the good, like the awareness and stuff like that that's going on, it's still very offbeat. Still very offbeat. It didn't feel like Black History Month to me, and a lot of the content and the awareness that's been shown has been very forced because of the Black Lives Matter movement that happened within the past year. A lot of these places or spaces that traditionally don't celebrate Black History Month or typically don't share the history of Black people, they have this year, and,
Yep.
and it just still didn't feel right.
I forgot what that's called. Virtue signaling. There's a lot of people virtue signaling right now with these
Yeah.
with trying to do all that when it's really just marketing. That's all they're really doing. They
That
don't
really
they don't
is.
really care. Yeah. It's like what we talked about last week when we were saying that after Kaepernick actually went on and did everything that he did, so many people started jumping on the bandwagon hoping to get deals and everything else, just like he did.
Mhm.
Speaking on
also-
Black History. Yep, you first.
Okay, thanks. Black Lives Matter movement has $90 million and did
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
with it. That's
Round of
great.
applause.
They did
Yay.
nothing for the black people. They just have the money.
Let's. I want to do some research on that. Like, did they really receive that amount of money? And two, did they actually do nothing with it?
My cousin's been posting about this for a while. The origin of the Black Lives Matter movement was actually made by a white guy, and it wasn't even for
Yeah.
black people at all.
Yeah. That's why people are like, stop donating money to Black Lives. Like, they've been saying that for a while, actually. Like, they've been saying, like, stop donating money to the Black Lives Matter organization because that organization is actually not for us. Like, I've
Yeah.
actually heard that a lot, especially after last year when the protests and things started coming back up. Like, they really was getting into it last year. So
Mhm.
I like been knew that it was like on some scamming crap.
Mm-hmm.
Truly
Yeah.
terrible.
It sucks.
The
We
one
can't have
thing
anything.
that we need to go ahead.
No, I said what I said. We can't have any. We can't have nice things. Like,
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah,
That's the sad part.
One thing that I would suggest, because there has been a lot of reports lately, not just like organizations, but like people, whenever they receive like a large amount of donations and don't do anything with it, like that's the next step that you have to take. Like, you have to reinvest that money back into our community, which we were talking about last week. Catch up on that if you haven't. But yeah, that's kind of like the next step, like doing the black business part, sure, but investing, like reinvesting back into that same funnel. That's like the next step.
It's fine. We got our Black Lives Matter murals.
Yeah, we got our.
It's fine. Now everything's fine. We got the Black Lives Matter murals, and then we got the street name, and it's great. Everything's cool.
You just reminded me of when all those politicians took a knee and was wearing Kente.
Yep.
Kente cloth. Black history in America is great.
We love it. Totally.
We love it.
So I have something. I'm gonna highlight some of our people out there real quick. I mentioned her last week, but without going into genuine detail, and this might encourage other people. I don't know, but it definitely encouraged me. I had a friend named Trinity Slade, and when we used to hang out, she would drop out of nowhere and just go on point. I remember I talked about this with you guys after the podcast, but she just out of like randomly throughout the day, just go on point and just practice while having conversation, while doing everything. And you know, we saw the payoff of all that. She would stretch nonstop. She would go on point. She would help herself achieve more than just what everybody was doing at this dance studio. She would continue practicing and doing everything else outside the studio and putting in that extra effort. And we saw the outcome of that. Like, she was a phenomenal dancer, one of the best ones there. Now, where I'm going with that is, you know, that idea of making it your mission to become better at something that, for all you know, could just be a hobby or it could be your life, but it's something you completely enjoy and you love being immersed in. Having that dedication for your own craft is phenomenal and something that a lot of people have missed. And I'm going to be honest, until I had that bond with her, until I actually got to see her doing that in the midst of conversations or just randomly throughout the day, I didn't fully comprehend or take in what it meant to be dedicated about something. Right. I had no idea how deep dedication could genuinely get into before becoming an obsession, or the difference between dedication and obsession. So I'm definitely going to say thank you to her, Black ballerina, just for bringing out the for allowing me to understand and comprehend dedication and where it can take you from where you start. I know.
Yeah, and that's really inspirational too.
Yeah. People don't realize how much they inspire others.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you just gotta start. Like, even though, like, granted, I think she might have known. Well, I have no idea. You might know more than I do, but she actually might have known, like, yeah, this is what I want to do. It's more than a hobby for me at that time. So she really, like, put her whole self into that. And even if not, that really didn't matter. So that's, like, really inspirational to just start no matter what. Just start. Even if you don't have everything figured out, even though you're not sure whether or not you want to invest 100% of your being into this one thing, just try it. And if you don't like it, then you can easily just move out of that. I'm still learning that process, though.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I wish there was a lot of I wish that type of dedication was required. Well, you can't teach dedication. That's something that you just have to obtain. It's along with everything we've talked about what should be taught in schools but can't be taught because everyone views it as a different standing. But I definitely believe that everyone should get into some form of the arts to comprehend that amount of dedication.
Word.
So in
I
short
think
of
you
that,
have to be in a certain. You could correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think you have to be in some sort of mental capacity in terms of like your mental health to be able to obsess over something good like that. For example, like most people that like aren't dedicated to a single task or just really just feeling the most in most of their days. Like every day is really the same for them. They're not really doing anything to like make them tick, you know. They can't obsess over this one thing. They can't like really push into this one thing because of the fact that their mental health isn't up to par.
I don't. I will correct on that one. I don't think it's much so on just the mental health. I think it's the environment more than anything else. Because we already know there's a bunch of people out there who had horrible mental health in acting, music, all of it, and still pursued. Because it wasn't about their mental health or mental capacity. Because they were not doing okay. Like, look at rest in peace, but Chester from Linkin Park. That dude had insane depression for years. But the outcome of his depression, it's not what your mental capacity is, it's what you do with what's going on in your head. Because you could turn all that pain and anguish that you have going on in your head into something beautiful. Even if you don't think it's beautiful, someone out there will. So it's not so much about just the mental health, it's about the mental fortitude. Yeah, you have to have the fortitude for it. You have to have, again, going back into the dedication, you have to have the dedication for the craft. There's a lot of times where some of my best work came out not from me waking up in the morning and going like, I can't wait to write this. It was me saying, I have to do this. This is something that I have to do. I'm not making money or anything from it, but I have to get it done. And most of those days, I was going through depression. I had paranoid episodes. I was going through a bunch of stuff, but I had to get it done.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is, for all those different crafts and those different things you have in your life, I'm not saying just make it work, but the same focus that many people have on work, where it's like, well, I need to work because I need money, I need to survive. You need a craft. You need something that you could have that hold of dedication. You need something other than just your 9 to 5. Or else your life is gonna feel stunted and limited. You're not gonna have that reward. What? You're just gonna get the money that you need for rent, and then you're gonna feel trash because a lot of the money went to taxes. And then after the money went to taxes, it had to go to bills, and after it went to bills, it had to go to groceries. So you basically got nothing. So do something and put your dedication towards something where you're not asking for anything in return. Speaking of craft or something on the side, just find something that you find joy in or amusement and dig into it. Genuinely dive into it. The worst thing that can happen is that, you find out you don't like it. You didn't waste any time because you found out something about yourself.
Yeah. With that, do you think that there's a trade-off in terms of like you have to give up something to attain something else? Like in the situation where you're describing someone who's lost their passion because of the fact that they're not focused on it, like they're doing the 9 to 5, they're paying all their bills on doing that whole 9, and then when they come back home they're exhausted. So they're either going to find a way to push through that and make the actions towards their own passion, and then the trade-off would be lack of sleep or lack of eating or any of the stuff in the peripheral. Or do you think that you can find a way to manage all of that within the 24-hour day?
I think both is the correct answer, because no matter what, right, you're gonna want to sit there and lazy around for a bit. That's just a given, especially after a long day at work. But my dad taught me, and this is something I know a lot of people have not been taught growing up, don't count your day through time. Count your day through the energy that you have. If you know you want to do something later, then sustain your energy. Relax. Even though you're at work, find a way to make your mind at ease. I know a lot of people, when they're working or doing a bunch of things and they're focused and they're highly focused, they're exerting so much energy and so much mental capacity just to get things done, instead of just, okay, I got to get this done. I know how to get this done. So let's breathe through it and find a way to... Cats, stop. find a way to relax while getting it done. Like for just because of my dad, I found a way to just, no matter what I was doing, I can limit the amount of energy that I'm putting out, but still giving the same effort. It's basically working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of people
I never
don't
thought
understand
about it
what
like
that
that,
means.
though.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know what working smarter, not harder means. They just think, I'm just going to find an easier way to do it or a lazy way to do it or put the work onto someone else. There's a way you could do all of that on your own, just finding a simpler route and sustaining your energy. That way you have the time and the mental, not even time, but you have the energy to do anything else that you want to do. Like, what was it? I remember, who was it? Back in 2017 when I was working at Micro Center, I had a friend who I would sit there every day busting my chops, and right after I was done I was like, yo, my feet hurt, my back hurts, I just want to go home and lay down. He was like, that's cool, I'm going to a concert. And I was like, I don't understand why you would stand for about about 9 hours a day just to go change your clothes and stand for about 3 more hours. That makes no sense. But he conserved his energy throughout the day. He, instead of thinking of how to move his body around the area where we were at, he said, okay, I'm just going to make myself not exactly presentable, which what most people think, but make myself attractable. So people would just go to me. I don't have to move as much. And then when I'm having the conversations, I don't sit there and fake, which we all know how to do, especially if we've done customer service, but fake our reaction and everything like that. Just have a natural conversation. And then from having that natural conversation, you're not wasting as much energy. You're now having return customers, and you're getting more revenue from just relaxing while working.
That's a vibe, bro. That's a vibe. I haven't been to a concert in a minute.
Well, that's understandable because COVID, but me neither. I think the one thing
I haven't been to a lot of concerts.
How many concerts have you been
to? I could probably count it on my hand.
Same.
Do I count the concerts that I worked?
Yes.
Okay. So then, wait, Aaliyah, do I count the PG concerts technically? No.
No, yeah, no. I mean no. Like go to like do like actual concerts.
So I went to the PJ concert with her. That was fun. I did a Sinead Harnett. I don't even think Harnett is her last name. That's crazy about me. But I went to her concert for my birthday. I turned 20 or 19. I guarantee was there too. Yeah.
20.
Yeah, 20. And I worked Richard Smallwood concert.
Oh.
So yeah, that's 3. I think that's it.
I went to 3.
Also, I've seen the Childish Gambino concert, which was fun. That was the concert where he broke his foot. I hate that this guy opened up for them, but I saw the Fallout concert, which was actually amazing. It just sucked that what's his name? MGK? Machine Gun Kelly? He opened for them. Yeah, nice. Which I thought was hilarious.
Hilarious.
I almost said Tiny Tempa. Andy Mineo and Lecrae.
Oh yeah.
I went to a concert for them.
I was supposed. Wait, I have to recount. Never mind. Continue.
Do church not conferences, but church concerts count?
Like big concerts.
Did you have to purchase a ticket, or did people purchase a ticket?
Yeah. And it was like famous people that were there.
Was it okay? Was it like in like a big church?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then, yeah.
All right, so There was one for Fred Hammond. Fred Hammond. Jeez.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
That's lit.
And I'm gonna be remiss if I forget this man's name because he calls me his nephew.
Oh God.
So back in the day, you remember there was the two OGs, not the OGs, but the two guys who made songs like left and right. It was Kurt Franklin and one other guy. Short hair. He didn't really sing, but his choir was amazing, just like Kurt.
Short hair. Was it Kurt Carr? Probably.
No, but ironically enough, at the church I go to now, his brother Keith Carr works there, or rather goes to our church.
Oh.
And Kurt still hasn't gone to our church. I'm hurt. Anyway. Jeez, what's the guy's name?
I was about to say Ty Curtis, but you said short hair.
It starts with a D.
Short hair now.
Donnie McClurkin. There we go.
Donnie McClurkin? He's bald.
Well, now he is. Has he always been bald?
Oh, yeah. He's always been bald.
Oh my gosh. I feel like a bad nephew.
In like the 90s, he probably had like a buzz cut or something. But
yeah.
No, he's always been bald.
What?
I can prove you wrong.
He probably
I feel like in the 90s and 80s, he had like a very, very short haircut, almost bald, but not bald.
But when he was like famous, like he was bald. Like all his albums and stuff, he's bald.
Oh nope, he wasn't exactly bald. He was balding. He had side hair.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he goes to the his
and
church.
What do you mean he doesn't sing? He's one of the greatest singers ever.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's like the best. What? that whole description was just wrong.
All right, so listen, I might not be a good nephew, but hear me out.
Yeah, you're a bad nephew.
Yeah, you're a bad nephew.
He the block I used to live on, his church was on a block.
Because he used to live in Freeport, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when my dad introduced me to him at his church, first of all, his church is way too loud for me. I cannot go back to that church. But
You should have gone to our church though.
Trust me, your members will be pissed off that I showed up because when I go to churches that are loud, I bring headphones. But listen, I'm an artist. I need my ears to work by the age of 30. But
nice.
After going there and seeing all the different people, I think he had Kurt Franklin and other people at the church. My dad was like, "Hey, you want to meet him?" I was like, "No, but sure." He was like, "All right, cool." Brought me up. He was like, "Hey, this is my son." He was like, "Hey, how you doing, nephew?" I was like, "This guy, he's human. It's awesome."
Yeah.
He's a really dope guy.
He's really nice. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
We performed with him last year. Wait, no, 2 years ago. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, we count the GMWA concerts too.
That's like 3 concerts.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, so maybe I went to more concerts than I thought I did.
And then our church hosted like concerts too.
Yeah.
Like ticketed concerts. Because you're counting like the tickets. Then our church hosted like the ticketed concerts.
I asked you that and you said no.
Cause I was like no at first, and then you asked the question for Chris, and then I was like, oh damn. So then my thing just fuck me.
You know whose concert I wish I could have gotten to see?
Who?
Rance Allen.
Oh yeah.
I would have loved to see him live.
He is an entertainer.
Yes.
That man is an entertainer.
That man's smile was phenomenal. Like he was like, what? Not that uncle. He was like that grandpa that everyone just wants to have. You could tell him a story, and he'd just be smiling the whole time. You feel happy. You could be telling him about how he robbed the store, and you'll still be happy telling him. But you know you're gonna get in trouble for later. Like. Such a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think in like my life, because there was like concerts that I like had to go to with my parents because they couldn't find babysitters. So I guess the ones that at least I remember that have like fond memories in my head is the 2 I went with Denzel, and then Chris Breezy. That was the last concert I went to. It was great. The best concert ever. It was awesome. I was gonna go to a Tyler the Creator concert, but then I couldn't go because school, and it was on Tuesday, and that was such a random day. So it kind of my schedule didn't really line up with it, and plus like I had nobody to go with, so I kind of bought the ticket by myself. So it was like, okay, this is kind of weird. So and like my friend bought a ticket too, but we're like in two different sections, so didn't really work out all that well. And then I went to like, yeah, then we had the Donnie McClurkin concert that was in 2019, and then there was like a whole another concert that we was at that had Byron Cage. Was that no? That was the Donnie McClurkin concert. It had Hez, JJ Harrison, and Ricky Dillard, like all in one concert, and then there was like a couple that they hosted at my. There was a Donnie McClurkin concert at my church years ago. And then
it wasn't that long though.
It was a good. It was like 2014.
I was about to say 2016.
Like, yeah, it was a good. Now I remember because I was still in middle school. And then there was like other there was another concert for GMWA for the New York State chapter. That's when Bishop made his album. Babe, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's what I remember. But there was probably like a lot more. A lot of funerals that we hosted were like concerts too. So
we don't count.
We don't count those, but they basically were like concerts. It was sad. So. Anyway. Yeah. So was that like?
I had all of those. Plus, I worked a concert for Jonathan. Well, it wasn't like his concert, but he was like the main attraction. It's more like he was a guest, Jonathan Nelson. And then my first internship with Live Nation, I worked a couple concerts with the Lecrae and Andy Mineo. And then there was this other concert that I did right before I fell off. But yeah, those are like two concerts that I worked under like marketing and promotions and stuff. So, yeah.
You just remind me of someone who I don't like listening to. And she did a song with Lecrae. I'm forgetting Tori Kelly. I don't. And here's why. It's not her fault entirely. I had an old friend who, if I was listening to gospel music in the car, Lord's Prayer, anything like going off, she would be like, "How are you gonna play gospel music without playing anything from Tori Kelly?" And then play this one specific song with the choir behind it. And the only thing that's different, about the song is that Tori Kelly's singing it. It doesn't sound better. The harmonies, the tempo, everything, it sounds the exact same. She's saying it as well.
She is such an amazing vocalist, though.
Amazing vocalist. I'm not gonna knock her on that. But she did not redefine the song "It Is Well" at all. And hearing my friend consistently tell me how she redefined that song and a purpose and meaning and this and a third, I just couldn't care about her anymore. I couldn't care about it. I was annoyed. I was so annoyed.
That'll probably be me if Keiko Collier came out and did a gospel song.
There was someone who did a gospel song recently with Kirk Franklin who I never would have thought done a gospel song.
Chance the Rapper.
No. That was we knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's think.
Didn't somebody use they did a freestyle over Kirk's song?
I found what it was, and she didn't do it with there's remixes of her doing it with Kirk Franklin, but it's Tasha Cobbs with Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. I hate that song. I hate that song.
I also hate that song.
I didn't even want to listen to it. I didn't even listen to it.
That song so much. They get so much airplay. Oh, you know what song is good though?
What?
The Ray Allen song with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg? I forgot Snoop Dogg did gospel. What?
He did a whole album.
You did a song with Ray
Kanye,
Allen. We're
Yeah,
not
we
talking
don't
about
really talk about
Kanye.
Kanye. We don't talk about Kanye.
We're
Yeah, yeah.
talking about Kanye's album.
It's like his
How
album.
dare you?
His album's like, if it's not Kanye, it's an okay album. But it was Kanye.
Bro, like it got me. The thing was, I was upset because he hyped it
so hyped.
up. The Sunday
Yes.
services, and it was fire.
The
music.
Sunday services
Yo,
were good.
He's about to use the. I was so hyped. I was like, yo, he's about to put this in his album. He said he was gonna put it in his album, bro. I remember when Kanye came to Howard when Denzel was asleep.
Oh my god, I was so depressed. He came at like freaking 6 in the morning. I wake up at like 9 and he's gone. I'm like, bro, what?
Why did he show up that early?
I don't know. Because it's Kanye.
That's fair. Kanye does
He
whatever he
doesn't
wants.
announce it,
People get
like, he
news.
comes in surprises.
I'm like,
It was just,
what?
And then
That's-
the album came out, and I think I remember because I was listening to it with Denzel, and I was like, this is sad.
I was trying to be optimistic and she wasn't having it.
I was like, what is this?
You can't be optimistic with that.
He was the choir for like 2 songs. He was the choir
Yeah.
for 2 songs, bro. And you know what's funny? They didn't get paid.
They didn't get
They
paid.
did not get paid.
At all?
No, they did not
That's
get paid.
OD.
There was a whole
That's
thing.
Kanye.
Like, I
He's
think
terrible.
they were suing. Like there was this whole thing about Kanye not paying his choir members, and they were like trying to sue him or something.
As they
He
should.
would probably say, "This is for God. You don't need no money."
Yeah, right. But that's not fair though. They sit there traveling with him, doing all of this
Facts.
stuff, and he didn't even pay them.
So they put their whole life on hold and didn't get nothing.
I'd be
Nothing.
tight.
Not a job. Yeah, I'd be mad too.
And just for that not to be on the album.
Right.
Facts.
I could picture Kanye already. I don't understand why y'all think y'all need revenue for God's work. I don't.
You just reminded me of South Park so much.
Oh my god.
So, because we talked about it last time, my girl and I are now caught up with WandaVision. 2, we started watching The Boys.
Yay.
And
Yay.
Okay.
there's a scene where
That's
A-Train.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah. There's a scene where A-Train is in like he's in like a Foot Locker. He's going off, right? The first thing my girl said, which I can't unsee, she was like, you know, right now in that scene, he reminds me a lot of Kanye.
Yeah.
And I couldn't unsee it. Like for the rest of the season, I was like, geez,
scene
this is
again?
Kanye if he had superpowers.
Wait, which one are y'all talking about again?
A-Train, the
I
brother.
kinda, like zoned out.
A-Train from
Do you
The
watch
Boys.
The Boys?
I thought we were talking about WandaVision.
I mean, we
were,
can.
but we weren't. We can talk about Westview, like, welcome to Westview.
Nah, it's cool. Y'all finish y'all talk. Now
I only watched one episode of The Boys, so, like, I saw, like, A-Train, so I get, like, yeah, that's Kanye.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. The second you see A-Train, you're like, this is Kanye.
yeah. Yeah,
But-
yeah.
I'm not gonna say too much crazy things about Westview, but Monica Rambeau, bro, listen.
Mm.
Ah,
That's the one positive about Black History Month.
that is the positive of Black History Month.
Get it, bro.
And then the last episode, bro, bro, the whole time since the first time she went in, they were like, your cells are rearranging. I started cheering and laughing, and my girl was looking at me like, "Why are you so happy? What's going on?" And I was like, "You don't know. You don't know. I've been reading the comics for a minute. You don't know."
Like, you don't know the story.
Like some of the people call her Aunt Monica. Like, if you're a superhero and people call you Aunt, you got some clout. You got clout, bro. You got clout.
I'm so excited for her character going forward.
Same for Tommy and Billy.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a full-out Avenger.
Oh yeah,
somehow, some way.
Do you know the comics for that one?
For their group of Avengers was like Luke Cage and Spider-Man. Well, it wasn't the right Spider-Man, and Blue Marvel and that whole crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know. I'm sorry, my cat just missed the litter box.
Nice.
Like, I don't. You. All right, so I'm gonna finish my sentence and then. But she's trying her best to clean it up. It's actually kind of cute. Like she's dead sitting there scraping the ground. Baby, Lily, I got you. No. You're scraping wood. You're not fixing it. You're not. I got you.
Nice. But yeah, that Avengers run, and I love the Ultimate comic. The second run with the Blue Marvel and the Black Panther and the Captain Marvel and her. And then there's one other person, America. This girl named America. It's great. It's like so like mind bending, like the concepts that they bring into it too. So, comic books, yes, representation, a whole way around, just greatness. And the fact that they're like the biggest powerhouses and like they had a whole matchup versus the original Avengers and they just mopped the floor. It's great.
Nice. Good for them.
Word.
Good for them. Good for them. I mean, I have no idea what's going on, but good for them. Good for them. I understand the names, but the story not so much. I gotta watch some videos because I'm not gonna read comic books.
I mean, the series that I read, it was only like I want to say 10 books.
10
Young
books?
Avengers?
No, the Ultimate.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was a quick read. You could read that in like an hour and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta watch videos. It's fine.
I think like YouTubers like they like do a whole synopsis of a whole bunch of different comic book stories. So you'd find that, but they're gonna take like the whole like hour, 2 hours to tell you about it. So you might as well just read it for yourself, homie.
There's a guy.
It's a quick read.
I can watch a video for an hour.
So you can watch the video of them talking through every single page, but you can't read the page yourself.
Just like how I can watch gameplay for an hour, but I won't play the game.
Wow.
Kind of the same thing.
That's accurate, yeah. That's kind of accurate. But you have to like have access to that console, which you don't. I feel like if you had access to the console, that would be a different story. But at the same time, it's like skill too.
But babe, let's just think about it too. Like, think about how invested I am in Five Nights at Freddy's, and I have never played the game.
I felt that.
But I've been invested since the game came out. But I have never played the game in my life. I mean, I'm probably like played a little thing, but I stopped. Like I didn't even finish a round.
Yeah.
But I just watch it because it's just so much better watching it. And I know
I've never
theories,
downloaded it.
I know the lore, I know all of it.
Mm-hmm.
The books, I know the books.
There's what now?
Never read the books. So do you not watch Game Theory? Game Theory like has like all of that.
I stopped watching Game Theory after he had his son.
I mean, he's still the same.
No, I wasn't saying anything bad. It's just I just stopped watching around that time.
Okay, well, yeah, game theory like puts out all the books and connects the books to the game, and then now after the VR came out, now the VR is saying that the game is like that story isn't real, and now it's reintroducing like a new Five Nights at Freddy's story. So now this is like a continuation of the Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's a new story, which leads into Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and they just released a new trailer today, and Security Breach is on PS4 and PS5.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, whole new.
Yeah, imagine they dropped like a Five Nights at Freddy multiverse.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. I think it low key like kind of is a multiverse, but not. I don't know. You gotta watch the theories because it's like it's a lot to explain. I don't think I'm not gonna take the time out to explain my obsession with Five Nights at Freddy's.
It sounds like a lot of commitment.
And dedication.
Commitment. Full circle.
Full circle.
Full circle, baby.
There we go.
Full circle, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to do the tier list today, or save that for next week?
I'm gonna be honest. I was in my session. And did not read anything you guys put.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
I could do it.
So,
but I did not read a single thing. Gonna be honest.
We have a lot of different options. Well, y'all might not even think those are really options, but I gave out some ideas. I tried for the tier list. If y'all want to do that today, we can. You can set that up.
Let me set that up.
I feel like college majors is either gonna be biased, me,
very biased,
funny as well.
All of the above. All of the above.
I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight somebody. I feel it.
Yeah, we're gonna fight. We're definitely gonna fight.
And I don't want to attack any psychology majors, but.
It's not like you want to attack somebody.
Sorry.
The funny part is the funny. Your sister. Your sister. That's the gag.
My older sister is definitely she graduated school psychology. And then Nia, well, my baby sister, she wants to pursue psychology, but more in like a behavioral.
I thought we already discussed this. I thought you wanted to do biology or some shit.
It's like she does want to do more of like the science aspect, but she still wants to take psychology. So I was telling her like you can either do psychology and minor in science, or major in science and minor in psychology.
You could take a couple psychology classes. It doesn't even have to be on your degree.
Oh my gosh.
Denzel
is worse than me. In psychology. Denzel is worse than me.
Psychology is such a waste.
It's not entirely a waste.
So I feel like we're doing this.
I mean, we can. Yeah. if that's what we're gonna do.
We're doing this.
Okay. Let's do it. Wait, I don't see my major.
Ha! You're not even.
First of all, let's really talk about it because my major is difficult as hell. Okay.
What's your major?
I'm an architecture major.
Huh. All right, fair.
Right. See, can't even argue with me. There was literally a list that came from like
5 different engineerings in this list.
I think it came from like Cornell, and it said that architecture was like top tier, most difficult majors. I was like, damn.
I believe it. You have to a few of these majors here. You have to study it already before you actually become like a proficient architect in the first place.
literally, like, people was doing. They was doing architecture in high school, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I was.
That? I thought you could do that.
My teacher gave me
Crazy.
I still have it actually. She let me borrow her copy of CAD.
Wow. I mean, I got that for free, so I don't really care. Say if you said Rhino, then I would have been like, oh, fuck that. Like, then I would have been psyched. I'd have paid $200 for that.
Same thing with 3D designers. I hope there's no 3D designer out there that's about to be salty, but 4D Maker, which is what they use to make Transformers, I have that for free.
Nice.
The same teacher gave me that.
Oh wow,
that teacher must love you.
Yeah, she fired. That's the best part. That's the teacher that y'all know Kevin Hart's skit where he's talking about Miss Green. And he goes like, "My mama told me to tell you."
Mm-hmm.
That was the teacher. That was Miss Green.
Nice. Wow.
She's a lovely lady. She kick anybody's tail, but she's a lovely lady. She whooped my tail, bro. That was hilarious. Jack and I were fighting one day. I want him to come back so he could hear this, because I know he remembers this specifically. No. She was like, "Why are y'all fighting? Y'all can't even fight right. I already know how y'all fight anyway, so there's no point in you fighting." And we was like, "What?" She was like, "One of y'all try to kick me, because I know you mostly use your legs since y'all tall." And I looked at him. I was like, "You gonna do it?" He was like, "Hell no, you do it." I put my leg up, bro. She snatched it, punched at my knee and my inner, like, thigh near my hip. Bro, if she hit any harder, I would have been dislocated. And that was before she went to punch my face, and I didn't even notice that her hand was in front of my face, bro. And she's big, but she moves fast, bro. She moves so fast. And then I was like, "How'd you get so strong?" She was like, "Well, I used to be a boxer." I was like, "That's all you had to say." She was like, "No, it's not, because I'm going to tell you more." And I was like, "Jesus, man, no." She showed us how strong she could punch bricks, because she was trying to break down the nerves in the fist, so when you're hitting somebody, you don't recoil as much.
Yeah.
And she went and did like a very small, slow punch to the wall, and I no lie, the ground shook, and I was shook, and my pants were brown. Like I didn't want to mess with her again. Like, oh man, I remember when she retired because they were trying to fire her. There was a student that came into her class trying to fight one of her students, and she was like, "Oh, you're trying to fight somebody? Then why don't you fight me?" He was like, "I don't put my hand on women." And she was like, "All right, look at me as a man. Go ahead and fight me. Everyone trying to identify as anything else, so right now I identify as a man. So fight me. Put your hands on me. Go ahead." And he locked himself in a closet so he wouldn't have to fight her. Boy was shook. And this dude was like 6'5".
I ain't messing with that.
Right. The woman had to have been. She was 5'6". This dude was 6'5", and she had no fear in her eyes at all. Listen, man. If you're short and you're going after big people, you're picking a fight with big people. You won the battle. I'm good. I'm going home.
Yeah, facts.
You won. All right. So this tier list.
That doesn't count for you, Aaliyah.
Okay. Well,
I'll still be your ass.
The closest thing you could put down is physics.
Yo, honestly. Wait, what'd you say?
Huh?
Which one are we doing first?
We can do any first, but I was saying the closest thing you could put down for architecture is physics.
Not really. The closest thing you could put down is some form of engineering.
Yeah, replace one of the engineering. There's like 5 engineering here.
Yeah.
So we'll take out chemical engineering, and that's just going to be chemistry. So chemical engineering is now architecture.
Nice.
I already know where I want to put architecture, so we could save that.
we could just put that somewhere already.
I'll be the bad guy.
Shoot.
Let's go.
All right, be the bad guy. Be the bad guy. Go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I have a lot of respect for architecture.
Thanks. Go
I've
through
looked
mental
at the
breakdowns
work.
every semester.
I look at the work and it's very confusing.
I've cut
So-
my hair for mental breakdowns. from
That's immediately
architecture.
going S tier. Because, first of all, if we're looking at what's happening outside of just that alone, dude, you built my house. I'm cool with you. Like,
For real.
I'm good.
It's such like a demanding profession, and it's super competitive because there's no architects like at all.
Yeah, because it's that hard. That's crazy. And then you
Yeah.
guys get paid well too.
Right.
Do you know like the entry level, like the average entry level salary for an architect major? Like once they finish
No.
school.
I
I was
remember
asking
looking
that
it up.
first.
I remember looking it up like when I first decided to do architecture, but I don't actually remember. But I do know it's a lot of money. Let me look it up.
Is it in 6 figures?
You know.
I'm asking. No, I don't know. I was asking if it was in 6 figures or 5 figures, if you remember that.
Okay. I think it was 5. I think it was 5 figures, but it was like a decent 5 figures.
That's still
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
To start? Come on.
And that's not even like an architect. Like that's just working at a firm.
Word.
I might change my degree. No, I won't.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
I might have to soon if I actually get into this conservatory, but I digress. Well, I'm in the conservatory technically because they got me in their summer programs. But with that being said, I guess I'll put mine on the board. Music majors. In terms of necessity and everything like that, if we're looking at the global scale, I don't think it's really. Is there music engineers on here? No. So I guess I'm gonna put them in music. Damn it. Okay, then they're necessary then. Because if you're talking about music engineering, they're the ones that actually program. They're the producers. They're the ones that actually make the sound and the track behind it. You can have as much talent as you want as a vocalist or a guitarist or anything like that. But if you don't have a proper mic setup, proper engineer, anything like that, it's gonna sound like trash, and no one's gonna be able to listen to your music unless you're just doing raw music all the time. Which most people don't. In the world of auto-tune, most people don't just listen to raw music.
Mhm.
And then if you're looking at the need and the demand for music, we're literally listening to music right now. Like, music is everywhere. Music is just, it's necessary. It's a necessary thing for like our world.
Right, I agree.
There we go. You just missed the conversation about Miss Green.
About Miss Green? What are you talking about?
You heard the fear in his voice? I told you. This woman was a menace. But I told about the time you and I were fighting outside her class, and then she stepped outside and told us all about how we fight and was like, all right, kick me. Go ahead, kick me. And then she caught my kick and like hit my leg, my chest, and almost punched me in the face, but stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Nah, she was crazy. So what tier list are we doing now? Is this just what you call it, like majors and whatnot?
College majors, yeah.
Yeah.
So chemical engineering, we had to replace with architecture.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, like, not to like, jack the conversation, but like, at the end of the day, right? Like, it's whatever like you got, whoever really.
Yeah.
So if you got like people that can get you to the top, you can literally major in English and still make 6 figures if you know somebody who's up there who's willing to like hire you for just knowing you.
You don't even have to go as far as people knowing you. Honestly, some people just go like, okay, I'm an English major, stay here. No, if you go overseas, you're being paid more than double what you're getting paid here.
Well, it depends really, because that's not always going to necessarily be the case. Like, if you're just an English major and you kind of just like got like D's and C minuses throughout your your whole career, didn't really do nothing, didn't really like try to like teach or anything, or you don't really have any direction with that, you kind of went to college just because like, hey, it's high school part 2, then I don't think even if you go like overseas, they're gonna help you. They're gonna look at you like oh,
who are you
trying to make 6 figures? Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Ohio.
What's good?
Hey.
What it do?
What's up, everybody?
Ohio.
What do you do? Hey, which one are we doing next?
Alrighty, what we doing?
We was on the path of music, but
Music, yeah.
because they don't have
Music
music
playing is
But
engineering,
yeah, we was on the path of music.
since
So,
there's
yeah,
not
we can-
music engineering on here, I'm putting that in the category of music as well.
Music? Okay,
Yeah.
so let's put music on F tier, obviously.
Oh,
For obvious reasons.
I would say C and D tier.
C and D.
Yeah, I would put music on B tier.
Yeah, truthfully, I'll put it in
Or
B
C.
tier.
I
Because
would not.
Like
I'm
B, C.
adamant about C because of the fact that there's, like you mentioned, like the supply and demand. There's a lot of people trying to be musicians, artists. There's a lot of people trying to be music producers, and honestly, like it's not really like that important. But
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
yeah,
I mean,
the only difference.
I'll say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'll say that in terms of like majors that have to do with like the arts, so this goes for like art also, is that like when you have to deal with people that's literally like attacking your work, that's literally like you put your blood, sweat, and tears on this work, on this project, and the teacher is like, I hate this shit. This is terrible. Why would you do
Yeah.
this? What is wrong with you? Like, and depending on your teacher, they can literally damage your whole psyche. Like,
Haha.
and
That's a
this
whole
goes
fact.
for
Yeah.
like visual arts majors, anything that has to do with you, like literally drawing or putting some form of yourself out there.
No, you're
Like,
100% right.
That's something that I will give to music. And then you
Yeah.
really have to appeal to your professor, but then you still have to be yourself. And it's
Yep.
like, what am I? What the hell? Which is why I would put it. I said like B tier because that music, like music majors, arts majors, that fucks with you mentally. Like,
That's
that's a
true.
mental fuck.
That's so true. Like, music majors at the end of the day, they take criticism every day. Like there's nothing you can't tell them. Like, they get roasted all the time.
Yeah.
So it makes them a lot stronger than
Literally.
most of the majors here. Like, they don't really have to worry about that. Like, some have like stress and pressure, but nobody's getting roasted the whole time. Like, oh, you're off key. Oh, you're off this. It sounds like trash.
Mhm.
And then, you know what I mean? Like, it makes diamonds.
Bro, let me tell you
If
something.
have the string.
Juries is probably the worst thing in the world, because not like
Yeah.
you think you're gonna sit up there and just be in front of your professor and do your piece or whatever, and you have a bond with your professor, so they know you, they know what ticks you, so they're not gonna say something crazy. No, you're sitting there in front of every professor in the music department, bro. People that don't
Yeah.
even specialize in
Class.
your specific instrument, and some of these
Your
people, like,
classmates.
if they saw you look, and your classmates, yeah, and some people that you don't even like, bro. Listen, when you do that,
They want to see you fail.
every single professor, first of all, has to get a word in, and they all have to say something that you didn't do properly.
It's
Like, it's a
real
requirement.
roasting session.
Like, it's literally a roasting session in front of all your
And
peers.
you have to take it.
Yeah,
That's
you can't sit there and be
crazy.
like, well, the reason why I did that was no, you had a score and you didn't follow the score, so you messed up. You messed up. That's on you. Like, it's so, because for juries, as stupid as it sounds, they want perfection at every single school. They want you to be perfect. If you
So
mess
wait,
up at a
it's pronounced
specific,
like, how do you spell that? Like, juries?
yeah, it's like
It's
jury
just the
duty,
same as regular
but
jury.
plural.
Yeah.
Jury, okay.
Yeah,
Wait, now wait. What exactly is a jury, bro?
juries is basically
like your. Go ahead.
People that critique you.
yeah. So you basically, for a jury, you practice a set piece for a whole entire semester, and then after you're done practicing it, you're supposed to memorize it, perfect it, and clean out all the nuances, and then find some way to make it personal so you could actually do the performance yourself, throwing acting in there. So after you're done with all that, you stand in front of your whole entire class and all the professors and get that done, and then they judge you on what you did.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it kind of does actually.
I'm not gonna lie, it is until they start like shitting on you. But like, besides that, that's fun.
I think I would have been shitting on myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I did
after,
too.
like all your classmates hyped you up and was like, "Oh, this is lit. This is great. Like you're gonna do fine." Like no.
I mean, like,
I had
what
one.
What if you like kind of like forecasted their roast, right? Like, you kind of knew they were gonna say that. So like, yo, you sounded like this. Oh, I know. I've been working on it actually. I think it could be better. So that way,
Here's the
They're
thing.
not gonna take that.
I tried
Oh,
that.
Take that.
They don't. They don't.
I
Plan on
think
shitting on you.
yeah, I think once they see that you're kind of like trying to like have that positive attitude and reaffirm yourself, like that's when the lightning strikes.
That's what happened, bro.
And it's like,
You're
no,
so in front of them.
they're
Do
like,
it
no,
Bro.
like you cannot be this happy right now.
I had a song that I had to sing in German, right? And then they were like, my main professor was like, that's okay. This is your first time doing it in German. And then literally right after, his wife, bro, I don't know why she goes to the school. Anyway, his wife literally goes, "Hey, so how long have you been working on this piece?" I was like, "Oh, all semester." She was like, "Yeah, and this is German, right? You were trying to do German?" I was like, "Trying." She was like, "Yeah, it's very apparent that you don't know what you said at all. Did you even listen to the song? Do you know what it means? Can you recite the words in English?" And I was like, "I didn't know this was on the syllabus. God damn." She was like, and then she said something that spoke to me, which I do enjoy, but at the same time, it hurt when she said it. She was like, "If you don't know what you're singing about or for, you shouldn't open your mouth."
Damn.
But I mean, she got a point. But
yeah, she's right.
It's poetic as hell.
But it
That
hurt.
is,
Like,
they will shit on you, and then when they get out of the jury, they'll be like, "Oh, nice job.
yeah,
Like you did all right."
she invited me to get some ice cream afterward. Like, how do I shit on my life?
She
And the
put
thing
some
is,
ice cream on that wound.
she was yelling, and that's what made it worse. She wasn't just talking these things to me. She was like, "You didn't study your craft." I was like, "Whoa, I'm not even your student. Relax." But yeah,
So-
for the engineers, the thing is, you could be great at just making hip hop, and you can make money based off of that. But if you're talking about someone who's versatile, because the only way to become versatile is by studying different forms of that art. And when you're in music, depending on what school you go to, and you're studying under engineers, you don't study just hip hop. They refuse to allow you to do that because throwing 808s over a track and then doing like the regular beats, they consider that trash. So you have to learn to diversify your sound so you become more acceptable. Not just acceptable, but your sound is more unique when you actually produce. I know you're not going to make as much money as the voice that's going on top of your production, but when you versatile what you're capable of, instead of making repetitive tracks like Ludwig, who did the tracks for Black Panther, did the tracks for Mandalorian and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That man is versatile.
Yeah.
Extremely versatile, which is why he makes so much money. And then if you look at anybody who's done the actual production for or writing for almost all of Michael Jackson's songs, some of Beyonce's songs, there's this guy, I forgot his name, but he's a Swedish guy who's done so many different pop songs, and he is the most known pop writer of all. Like, he's written for almost everybody who's made a hit. And almost every single song he's done overseas has become number one on the charts because he's versatile.
Right, that's the thing, being a music major pretty much at the end of the day makes you versatile. So with that being said, I think it should actually be F tier.
Listen.
You're in the jury right now, that's what it is.
Why are you doing this? You know I can't talk back during juries.
No, that was OD. That was OD.
I would take, if we're talking about just
obvi-
the engineers by themselves, I'll put it at A. just because of the requirements.
Yeah.
But
I mean, obviously, like as a whole, because when you say music, you want to say it as a whole. So
yeah,
like, the sum of its parts is clear. It's easily a B tier, just because of the impact it has. You know, all the actual science that goes behind it, all the work that goes behind it, all the minds that go behind it. You know, easily B tier.
I would say C tier because I feel like you guys are prospecting over like the top 10% of those people that are actually in those majors. The large majority of the people don't really have those type of opportunities to work in movies, to work in all popular artists' work. So they have to like scrap for like to work with labels.
Wait,
well,
so like
from experience, like most of the people that are in, most of the people that are actually in the music field is because they were trying to get easy, like grade. They weren't in it to actually make a career. Which is why a lot of music majors drop out.
Like, what metric are we measuring the tier list off of? Like
yeah, I was gonna ask that too, bro.
Like how good the major is itself. Like, what do you learn from the major? What do you take away from the major? Like
how effective it is. Like,
yeah.
For chemical engineering, aka for architecture, I was using its versatility and usability outside of just college. Like, what can you apply to the real world?
Okay, so yeah, definitely B tier music. Because if you're judging off of that, right? Like just everything we just talked about, like the juries, the skills that you learn from the engineering, you know, being able to sing, you know, the charisma you kind of need to have while doing it. These are all real world applicable skills that you can use anywhere. So
yeah, the people skills too needed just to even communicate.
Put
yourself out there.
For some schools, it's required that you create an album, and you actually have to give it to labels. Like for my school, I have to do that.
When we get the album, drop the album.
Yeah,
my senior year,
bro. Drop the album.
And then after you do that, they have to give you have to do an internship with a record label, and they have to redefine your sound while you keep maintaining your proper sound. It's we're doing beats here. Like it's
you know, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jack. Go ahead. That's you.
I was gonna say, like, why don't we just all go through our majors on this list?
That's what we're doing.
Oh, what?
That's what we did so far.
My bad, Chris. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Nah, I don't remember what I was gonna say, but it's valid. Oh wait, actually, I think I remember now. Nah, I was gonna say, like, at least for me, cause I know like it's definitely all different for all of us. Because, you know, we all just went to different schools. But I had to find an internship, you know, at the end of my music program that I was in. And that was basically like the extent of everything.
Yeah.
But definitely learned so much through that, you know.
I mean, yeah, most of the knowledge you're gonna get into like real world, like applicable practical skills usually come from the internship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
So since you were here first, Denzel, and we don't really have a marketing up here,
it would be business.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll do business.
Business.
All right. I will try to make my case for A tier.
I'm not arguing with you.
I was not arguing at all. I was gonna say A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would still plead your case.
Of course you would. Anyway. Anyways, I say it's A tier because of the fact I would make the case for S tier, but the fact of the matter is being a business major isn't that difficult in terms of like developing hard skills and stuff like that. Certain sections, certain like majors in like the business or like information systems or even some of the finance majors, like that's a little bit more difficult. But overall, it's not going to compare to like most of like the sciences or the engineering classes in terms of like how like technically hard it is. But overall, like if you're I'm thinking about like versatility, business has it all. And talking important, business has it all. Business is in every single major in here. You're going to work with some type of business person at the end of the day. So
yeah, I agree, 100%.
You're doing some type of business at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's like honestly the most accessible major, right? Like if you don't know what you want to do and you major in business or anything in under the umbrella of business, you're going to find a job. Like you just will.
Yeah. I feel like business is like the go-to major for those people that are smart enough to make that decision. Everyone else goes to psychology.
That's a very good observation. I would high five you for that because that's really good.
So business
That's
definitely
really
goes straight to A tier. We with it. Here's one that I was looking at for a bit, and I know none of us. Wait, well, first, Jack.
Philosophy D tier.
You said D?
D.
D as in deer?
Yeah, deer.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Like it has its use, right? Like it has its like practicality, legal. I mean, learning how to argue, understanding arguments, reading long form text. Like it has its place. But at the end of the day, if you're not like going to law school or doing going for your PhD or your master's or going to teach it, there's not really much you can do with it. It's like that and English are pretty much on the same.
Yeah,
they're like on the same side because like there's not really much you can do with that. It's like fun to have. It's like one of those majors like if you have a lot of money and you're bored as hell and you just want to read shit, like you do philosophy, you do English, like stuff like that. And then philosophy also.
I
philosophy
feel like
also people who are kind of like. I love how we both stopped and began at the same exact time.
Right, same exact time.
But like philosophy breeds pretentious people too. Not saying that's always going to be the case, but the people who come from philosophy got their nose in the air and shit. Like they're just super pretentious. So D, hard as hell. Go ahead, John. My bad.
No, you're good. I completely agree with you. I feel like between like philosophy and English, those are like the two dead majors, and like they do
English
have like their purpose. Like philosophy, like you learn like a lot. Like I took a class that like basically teaches philosophy, and like it's very important for us to learn. But because of the fact that we live in an American society or a capitalistic society, it has no place for philosophy because you're not trained to think on your own. You're trained to work for other people.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, because like philosophy shows up everywhere technically, because you have philosophy of art, aesthetic, you have the philosophy of like science, you have the philosophy of knowledge. Philosophy shows up everywhere, so technically it does have its place everywhere in terms of understanding concepts. Like the concept of capitalism, that's economical philosophy right there. You know what I mean? So it does teach you in a way what you should think and what the basis is for your thought. But like at the end of the day, not everybody's really thinking like that. So.
Yeah. Let's go to one that I think will be fun. Anyone who's watched BoJack, we've seen what this person's done without what Diane's done without this degree. Journalism.
Journalism is not bad though.
BoJack Horseman's a good show, by the way, guys.
It's a great show.
Absolutely, we're gonna keep knocking that almost every time we're having the stream.
Yep.
Yeah, that show. Yeah, that show is like very philosophical. it's very philosophical. Really like, really makes you think. Like it's crazy. It's an eye opener.
You never would expect it either.
Exactly.
It's
like
about a horse.
Right, like little animals and whatnot too. Doing like, all right, it's gonna be like a cute like Adult Swim type show, but no, you in your bag the whole time watching it.
For real, like it messes with your psyche.
That's how BoJack is, for real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
I've
always had friends like tell me like, "Yo, you gotta watch this," but I'm like, Yeah, eventually.
Like, nah, it's just a
They're
whole.
not
It's like,
releasing new seasons, so you can watch it. It's on Netflix,
Mhm.
so.
you can just,
My
like,
favorite
binge
thing about it, my friend even mentioned it before. That show has characters and different flaws that are applicable to everyone. Not one character is gonna apply to you.
Exactly. They all develop
Mm-hmm.
some way, whether it's up or down. We all see like more. None of the characters are one noted, and that's what I maybe except for one of them, but the
Adult
rest of
Vinceman?
them, the rest
Vincent
of them.
Adultman?
I personally don't like. I don't like Princess Carolyn, but
I like her.
the rest of them are like. I like their developments, but Princess Carolyn kind of throws me the wrong way. But everyone else is great.
Well,
What about Neil McBeal, the Navy SEAL?
I'm weak.
I like that guy. He's always eating a meal before he
Wait.
closes the deal.
Wait, what's his name?
Neil McBeal, the Navy SEAL.
who always eats a meal before
right.
closing a deal?
He's a seal. I liked the gerbil. Was he a gerbil? The gerbil director? I liked him.
What was his name? I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Something
exactly who you're
cuddly
talking about.
whiskers or something like
Yes,
that.
Cuddly Whiskers.
I think you're right. Hold on. Wow, look it up.
Him and BoJack made a bad show when they was like on crack or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Gully was yeah.
Babe, we gotta watch BoJack.
Word, I haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah, you guys
My-
definitely need to. I might rewatch it too.
Cuddly Whiskers'
Yeah, I wanna
development was
rewatch it.
amazing. He was so amazing.
He was in there for so little time. That's the guy.
Exactly. But yet he had development. Like what? Like
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like these characters show up like really quick, and they disappear, but they leave like a big mark. Like for example, like the Mandrill jogger. You know, he shows up every now and then. He actually said one thing, and that stuck with everybody.
Yep. What was his thing again? He said the hardest. He said you got to keep doing it. The hardest part is starting. No, he said it's easy to start, but the hardest part is keep doing it. It's to keep going.
Yeah. I could agree with that.
But yeah, BoJack is dope. I would definitely say art. Now where would we put that?
Let's see. Art. I kind of find it the same way with English and philosophy though.
I think it's kind of like no.
I
I'm
don't
gonna let you know we can't hear you at all.
Mic good? Mic check.
Mic check
I
1 2
check
1 2.
1 2 1 2.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel art goes in the dead, but
Like, cause like art has a place too. Like art is cool, but like most of the stuff you learn from art, or most of the stuff, right, and you learn to really go out there, you kind of end up learning on your own. So, I mean, of course, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I could be very wrong.
No.
Okay, so.
I mean,
Alright,
yeah.
I thought it was me who had to feed.
Wait. You're talking about like where do you want to put art? I'm sorry.
I'm not sure. I mean, Creetep is right. Either it's D, but I'm like trying to make a case for C. Like, it's definitely not Sab, but it's definitely Siv.
Well, I feel like with art, like I would put art in C because I feel like it's a very like passionate thing, and again, like it also can mentally break you, you know.
Yeah.
But then like
mentally
it
ruin
kind of
your
goes in
life.
D tier because then it's like when you graduate, what are you gonna do?
Make memes.
Exactly. You make really good memes, like very like very portrait-esque memes.
That makes me wonder: do the people that make the original memes, like all those different memes, do they get paid for the amount of views?
Of course not.
No, they don't.
So
Not
then,
at
I mean,
all.
it's you can utilize it, but in terms of revenue from it, you're not going to really make anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
art.
means that we would have to pay the people for the memes that we use. We would have to pay them.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah, but like the reason why, like, you can never get paid for memes since the original image does not belong to you. So technically, you could never, even if you tried to
Fair.
make some cash off memes, you can never get paid for it. If anything, you can get sued for it if you try to do that. But like, I just put R&D tier. Cause yeah, like you could like, the only way you can really get work is if you know somebody who works at like a spot, for lack of a better word, or an exhibit.
Yeah.
Like that. Like you're not.
Oh,
you're not
wait.
Really out there.
I forgot all about it. I feel kind of lame brain now. If we're talking about art, I just made it useful. Buy on, compare. And yeah, you still need to know somebody, but comic books and manga, that's all artists.
That is, but like the story comes from like the writing too. Like the drawing is great, but like you're more compelled to look at a comic book if it's like interesting enough. So you can kind of like attribute that to a few things.
Yeah.
The art
They
is
gotta get the story before they draw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that becomes.
But then
English.
that adds to like the whole idea on like opportunity, and then you could think about like animation studios as well. They probably hire people that are in art, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have that skill set.
Yeah.
If we're applying 3D
I'm
design
sure they
under the
teach them
umbrella
that
of art.
though, like now.
I mean, because art is multifaceted too, right? Because art is an umbrella.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're thinking about like your traditional, just like oil on canvas, 1987, then then I don't know if there's much help for you because it's kind of tough to do stuff like that. But like digital art, of course, you're gonna be fired.
Okay.
And everything be digital now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they gotta do like the digital drawing. And some people aren't good at that.
Oh, since we talked about manga and comics, shout out to the homie that made Vagabond, because every single panel he made by himself.
It's amazing.
And the artwork for Vagabond is gorgeous, bro.
Would you count graphic designers in the art major as well?
That's like
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
See, we made a good case for it. Now it's not D anymore because there's a lot that you can do from it.
C. I'll say C.
I feel like it's a little more versatile than like philosophy and English, but
yeah,
that's only if you're going for the things we've mentioned.
That's like
if you're just doing it for like visual arts, then it's like okay.
Right.
Okay. So we could either do two things. We could either put it in C, or we could put it at the top of D. And if you're just above art, then that would be our determinant factor.
I think we should just.
You can put it in C.
I don't know.
I think it's cool to put it in C.
Yeah, let's just put it in C.
Because it's like business, you consider everything that is art, the art major. So I think it's fair to put it in C.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my old major, biology. Either S or A.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I think biology can definitely go in. I feel like biology can definitely go in A. You would have to really convince me for the S.
So like biology is like a vehicle for like a lot of the medical professions you want to do.
Yeah.
You want to do like nursing, you need a little bit of biology. You want to go to med school, you need a little bit of biology. Even law school, if you major in biology, you can become a patent attorney. Biology, the STEMs in general, biology gives you a lot of power. And not only that, it just kind of teaches you the basics of your body. You know what I mean? Things that you don't really think about. So it's super helpful.
Yeah, that's true.
Super, it's one of those knowledges that are really really cool to have and really good to like know how to treat yourself should something happen at the basic level. You know what I mean?
You've convinced
Okay.
me.
Yeah, same,
Yeah.
same.
Biology is
Yeah, I
definitely
was
up there,
in
man.
booster, but then you mentioned the funnel into like med school and all that, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely need to have.
That's
And the
it.
funny part is, like, biology is really in like any science.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it's even in psychology. My friend's a psychology major, and he had to do biology course.
Yeah. Because you need to worry about like the hormones, like what goes where, like what does the pineal gland control, this, that, and the third. Like biology is
Yeah, I
crazy.
don't know what a pineal gland is, but take your word for it.
The pineal gland.
Pineal gland. That's a part. I said that one on purpose.
I know where that one is.
But don't we also blame you guys for disease as well? Manufactured diseases.
And treatment of diseases too. So
Yep.
glass half full.
You got to do the population control, you know.
But still, you see,
that,
you
you
see
got
the
problems.
versatility. You see the versatility of it.
It's so terrible.
That is true.
Oh wait.
terrible.
What you say, Krita?
So there's sorry, I was eating a Pop-Tart, but there's this manga right? called Jagan, and there's this character who basically creates this bacteria that was utilized to destroy cancer cells, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing on the good side of what the positives it could do, but it was never finished in production. So what it did, instead of just destroying and corroding the cancer cells, it did that with all cells.
Oh,
So
wow.
you see the biological warfare of it. So yeah, like I said, it's extremely versatile, and it's just one chemical mess up. All you have to do is put one little fusion in there, mess it all up, and now you're a terrorist from a doctor.
Now,
Like it,
now you're a terrorist.
I just processed that one fully. I was like, oh, damn.
yeah, like it,
Yeah,
it was just
no.
that small one. I think they missed. I forgot what chemical they missed, but all they had to do was place in that one chemical, and they never did it. So now it's just a weapon.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
That's how they made the Powerpuff Girls.
Exactly. Exactly. I want to know what
You guys-
Professor X was trying to make. I mean, Professor Utonium was trying to make before the Chemical X.
He was
No,
trying
it's-
to make perfect little girls.
Wait, did you
Why?
guys see?
You're going
Did you
the-
guys see about their other sister?
Yes.
You're on the purple one?
Wait, the golden one.
Oh, the golden one.
They
No,
they
no,
had
wait.
they have two sisters.
Oh wow.
They have the
Yeah.
one that's
They added
black,
another
and they
one.
have the
They added another one in the reboot.
yeah.
Yeah, she's black, and apparently she was the first sister that he made.
Literally.
First successful
Kinda like the
sister.
Bible.
Uh-huh.
Because the first sister he made, remember, was the Hunchback Purple. No, the Powerpuff Girls tried to make a
No.
sister, and that was the purple one.
Yeah, that was.
He didn't make her.
They made that one, the purple one. Then she exploded.
So now you got Biblical and Full Metal Alchemist. Listen, man, we're going places.
Oh yeah.
Full Metal Bible.
Full Metal,
Full Metal Bible.
the Full
Yeah,
Metal
I
Jacket
forgot
reboot.
that.
So since we're talking about Chemical X and all these different things, let's go to chemistry.
God tier, S tier too.
Yeah.
Busted. Like most of the
I don't know
stems
how
here
I
are
feel
just
about
busted.
No way.
Yeah,
Just busted.
it goes hand in hand with biology. Like it goes up there, man, and biochemistry.
Exactly. Like they're busted.
Yeah.
Like the math. You have like best of both worlds. You have the math aspect. You have the what you call it, the concept aspect of biology. Then you have like the math aspect. You have both worlds in chemistry.
Yeah.
And it
But
teaches
what
you
do
the
you do
composition.
with
I
chemistry-
hated
with the
chemistry, though.
degree?
I love chemistry
What do
degree.
you
Same
do
thing.
with
You
hated
can go to-
chemistry.
You can go to med school. You can go to law school. you would probably be better off going to an engineering school too. You have all the tools at your disposal with chemistry too. Chemistry's busted. If you want to do lab work, you can do lab work. If you want to go into a math field, you can go to a math field. If you want to teach, you can teach. Chemistry has everything. Like literally the best of all worlds in chemistry.
Just making sure because I know we were supposed to put these in like what can you do outside of school.
Yeah, you're right. Because like think about it too, right? Because like we're talking about business gives you like real world like applicable skills and whatnot. Chemistry gives you that as well. It gives you the practical skills. It gives you the skills to think, to question, to what you call it, to test your things before you actually believe it to be true. Chemistry gives you way too many tools. And it's not for the faint of heart too. It's not you're not gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be a trash chemistry graduate. Like most of the time they put into work because this is not something you can really slack off in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that right there would convince me to put it in S tier. It's really about the dedication and like whether you can slack off or not slack off. Because again, like I feel like even though you can go far with it in like in the outside world, what matters for the major itself is like, you know, the difficulty and the passion, how much work you need to put into it in order to truly be successful. Like I feel like that's what really like matters to me. Because psychology, well, I mean, I say psychology, philosophy and English, you can basically like bullshit.
Yeah.
But you can't do that for science and engineering major and like, well, maybe not math. I'll tell you how I feel about a math major, but
I want to hear it.
Engineering and science is like something that you really can't bullshit in.
That's a
like,
fact.
That's something you can't bullshit in. So just put all the damn engineerings and sciences and all of them.
Say that.
Some of them need to be an A.
What about electric engineering?
Got to.
Yeah, because that's always going to be needed.
Literally always needed. Like
always needed and constantly evolving.
Exactly. Busted.
But you don't even have to go to college to do electric engineering.
Yeah, you can go to trade. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to trade school and do that.
That's what I was gonna fight on. Yeah.
Some of these are not fair. Like
they put all the busted ones in this group.
You know what I mean? Comp sci busted, computer engineering busted. Like, all right, we gotta do a not busted one.
History.
Okay, fine. Yeah, history.
Oh God, imagine being a history major.
What do you even do? Like,
nah. Like, what do you do? Like,
What do you even do?
You can drop that F tier if you feel like it. Like,
I was gonna put an F tier. Yeah.
Because I really don't. Like what? You know, like it's good to know history, yeah, but to like spend your whole time knowing what people used to do and what you're not doing right now, I don't know if that's a good use of my time.
Yeah, not unless you're saving the world.
Exactly.
That's OD. Spending $60,000 on that shit.
Yeah, unless you're saving the world, then that's different.
Honestly, like I know history majors in shambles, and that one person who just left, I was like, oh, I'm a history major. I ain't gonna stand for this shit. But, history is trash. Environmental science.
Just about to say it. Yeah.
What do they do though?
Yeah, it's very niche though.
Exactly.
It's like sustainability. How how can we save our planet? Like here's what's going on. Like here's what we shouldn't do. How we should switch to clean burning stuff. This, that, and the third. It has its place, but it's like
they're limited by the policymaker.
It's a limited major.
Yeah, it's
There's
very
no real versatility.
Yeah, it's very utopian. I don't know. Like it's not trash. I'm not gonna say like it's history, but like.
I'm gonna put it in C. I would say C.
Most people just seem to not give a fuck about the planet anymore. So.
Unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even people.
I put it in C because one, it has potential. Like if they had like the access to do what they're like studying to do. It would be very beneficial for the planet at large.
It's pretty much like it's pretty much like a UN major. Like the UN says a lot of shit, but they don't do anything. So, pretty much, C tier.
It's something that's needed though. Like I think it's
Definitely
a very
needed.
big conversation, but
damn,
it's
imagine
unfortunate.
You being an environmental science major and you next to art, you gonna feel a type of way.
Yeah.
Can we do criminal justice?
Criminal justice?
Yeah, let's do criminal justice.
Criminal
Okay.
justice.
Yeah, I think criminal justice is B.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it like a $1.50. I think it's C. Like
Criminal justice?
Really?
yeah, it's a
I
good
honestly
major.
feel like-
I mean,
well,
what is it needed for though?
You literally only have two paths with it: law school or being a cop.
Facts.
Well,
And
not
justice
as
don't even be getting
hard.
served in the first place.
Facts.
Well, the
I'm
thing is,
cutting you off, Leah. What
You
you
can
say?
use, you can use criminal justice for forensics and things like that.
That too.
Like
yeah.
just working in that field, like you can use criminal justice for that,
Mhm.
which is why I was gonna put it in like B tier.
Let me put on my Dr. Umar cap here.
Yeah, put that on.
Oh, I got one in the
I
closet.
say it
Hold on.
belongs in F tier. I'm sorry.
if it,
Because like
I
that's
mean B or C.
top tier correction officers, they're all getting paid to put black and brown children and minority children into a cycle of poor education and imprisonment.
Sounds pretty criminal to me.
As cops
then
don't
the
need to
cycle.
go to college. Cops don't need to go to college. So you
They
technically
don't.
need criminal justice to be a
they
cop.
don't. You can use criminal justice for sociology too, because I know they have like a criminal sociology or something like that, understanding how criminals and people and shit works.
Yeah.
I feel like also criminal justice is actually like some people just go to major. Like I've seen a lot of people that just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do criminal justice just because they want
Yeah.
to do criminal justice.
Where and taking my Umar cap off, I think that the criminal justice, like a few of them are actually like advocates for like people in jail and trying to get them out too.
They are, but like I feel like sometimes like if you don't have a direction with criminal justice, you're kind of like the art major in the street, just making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. Like I
had
feel
one
like
friend that
criminal
said they
justice you
wanted
need to
to
have
be-
direction.
Yeah, I had one friend that said their direction after criminal justice was to be a detective, but you have to become a cop and go through the ranks to actually become a detective. And even after that, they give you like different trainings beyond what they teach you in criminal justice.
I don't know if I'm bugging, but I can't really hear you.
Yeah,
I
same.
Yeah, I turned it down because I put my AC on, but
Okay.
let me turn my other mic off.
You,
But yeah.
you can't hear it though, Chris. You good?
Perfect. But
Yeah.
I had a few friends that were like trying to become detectives, so they went through criminal justice. But even if you want to go become a detective, you have to go through the ranks of being a cop, and then all the way up to getting
Yeah.
it to the point of being a detective. They give you the training you need. That's under the umbrella of sociology, criminal justice, political science, everything like that.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, they teach you the stuff that you need. Like, you literally don't have to go to college. They'll teach you that stuff.
Yeah.
And you take a specialized test for it too. That's not like a test criminal justice will give you. Your capstone won't give you that knowledge of how to pass that test. So
And less money.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just be a superhero, detective superhero like that, man.
I'm trying to understand why that major is not there.
So F tier.
It's like
No,
it's
I
like
think no. Okay, put in C.
You said D.
Oh god.
you said
I said C.
shadow realms here.
You
Like
said-
D tier? All right, let's see. Foreign language.
Socio. Oh yeah,
Oh,
foreign
no,
language.
He said sociology. Let's do sociology.
Foreign language. Put that shit in F, bro. Foreign language shit in F.
I don't know.
Imagine
What do you do with it?
spending your whole college career learning another language.
I think that's kind of heat though. Like I know I'm about to get like I'm not like the
No.
only guy saying that, but that's kind of heat. Like
Yo,
alright,
did you
alright,
download
so, like,
Duolingo yet?
I have, but like I'm
General course stuff.
PhD
What's the point
graduate.
of going to college for it when you can just get an app and learn?
Like hear me out, right? I'm not like instead of like fully majoring in it, like you take it as a minor, right? That's a free pass to learn a language, no issue. Like you gonna sit here and tell me right now you're gonna do Duolingo for like the whole duration and learn like nobody's doing that. Everybody says they're gonna do that for 3 years and they never do it. You know what I mean? Like Like, I'm not saying here.
I don't need a foreign language for my thing.
But it's
But I have
fine.
to take it to graduate high school.
To finish the search.
No.
Yeah. It's fire. Like, it's
Only because
fire.
I spelt it wrong. I didn't want nobody to see that.
Language.
Exactly.
But
Like, because
But
it's
but you have to
full
major
immersion.
for that.
It's full immersion. Because like the biggest thing when it comes to learning a language is immersion. Like now you have that paid for. Like you have the full immersion of the language you want to learn, and you're forced to learn it now. Like there's no bullshit. Like you can't be like I don't want to learn. The information is constantly being fed into your brain. I'm not saying it's S tier. I'm not sitting here saying it's that. I'm not like.
you're trying to make sure it's not F tier
Fact
though.
that
I feel like
people
it's
actually
the same.
spend 4 years and tens of thousands of dollars on this
Oh, here we go.
makes it F tier.
I'm not caring about the museums or media, but consultation firms, educational. We're gonna exit that. Embassy, government
Consultation
agencies, U.S. State Department.
Yeah, like it's
The
heat.
US Embassy.
Like like there's definitely place for it, and I'd say if anything, it's like D. It's not trash, but it's not amazing. But it is good though.
Not history, but
It ain't F though. Like it's definitely. I would make it lead D. It'll lead D foreign language. Foreign language is philosophy and English. It's in front of that, definitely.
Oh yeah, it has to be above English because English is just one language.
Pretty much.
all right, y'all. Next one, I'm going political science.
Oof.
C tier.
Now
Well,
you
no,
going
no,
like
no,
C.
I'd say B.
I'd give it B.
It has a lot of
Yeah.
use.
Mhm.
It's not
Like, really-
necessary for politicians to be political science majors, but yeah.
Yeah, but imagine a liberal political scientist fighting Ben Shapiro.
I want to fight Ben Shapiro.
When you work with politicians, though, you have to have a political science degree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like being like the campaign manager. Like obviously, like when you do political science, you clearly want to work in politics.
Right.
That's what it is. That's what you want to do. That's like your passion. That's it. Boom, bang, boom.
A lot of
Boom,
them
bang,
is just
bada
research
boom.
stuff. It's not really like working in politics. A lot of them do research on policy
I'm not saying you're wrong,
and not even in the political arena.
because you're not. But like, shut up.
Damn, is someone political science major?
I'm glad I'm not, but
Oh, great.
I'm a music major about to be double as a theater arts major.
Oof.
Which I'm gonna
So
be
you're
honest.
You're like C+ tier.
I'm gonna be honest. I had no idea how much went into theater arts until I did my audition for the conservatory. They asked me so many questions. They were like, "So what theory did you practice under? What methods do you know?" And I was like, "I don't know what the hell any of that is."
I know the scientific method. Peter Rabbit, Casey, and 30 carrots.
Study
But
under the method of Dave Chappelle.
I should have said that.
You should've
Yeah.
said that.
Like I can do a type 5 right now. But yeah,
Journalism.
journalism.
Oh yeah, we talked about it. Would never put it on the
Yeah,
we
board
didn't
because I wanted to
place
get an
it.
F.
Cause I got
Yeah.
homies in journalism, so I guess I have a little
I
bias.
hate journalism people.
I feel you.
I don't like journalism people.
I feel you. Like I don't want to agree because you're right, but like I feel you.
The funny part is like you don't have to have a degree in journalism to be a journalist.
Like look at half the journalists. They're they have like law degrees. They have like they're like law school graduates with like bio majors, or like law school graduates with like chemistry. Like they don't have a journalism degree.
Yeah.
Half of them don't. It's just like something
Plus
you do.
everything's online now, so you can just do whatever. No one
This
cares.
right here. So basically, you're saying,
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
like, basically, you're saying there's no need. It's not defined by technology nor journalists or the techniques they employ. Rather, the principles and purpose of journalism, and defined by something more basic: the function, news, plays, and lives of people.
I don't think I need to be taught that. I feel like you just watch TV and just like if I have a feeling, if I'm feeling emotion while watching TV, then I feel like
if you want to be a weather girl, you become a journalism major.
This is a lie.
This is one of the majors you got if you have cash to waste.
Yes.
Right.
Like I said, we saw how much Diane did, and she didn't go to college. She didn't finish college,
Honestly.
if I'm not mistaken.
She didn't.
Nope, F tier. Bye.
Diane wrote her own book.
Right.
She wrote several books, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh, Diane Sawyer.
No.
Diane
You haven't watched it yet, but that's okay.
Oh.
You're gonna like that
Word.
character.
Copy.
What's next?
Wow, we really put it up here. I'm so proud of us.
International relations. F tier.
National
I feel
relations.
like that, the
Yeah, what is
international relations, that would serve the purpose of what you guys
Foreign
think
language?
the foreign language does. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
foreign language does, and like what journalism kind of feels like it wants to do. Like
So what you're saying is, which,
that's not
because if journalism has those both under the umbrella, then, well,
foreign language, you're speaking a different language completely. Like I think that puts it in a tier on its own. Like you learn how to speak a different language. Like,
Oh my.
don't try to save it now. Like,
what do you mean trying to say it now? I'm the biggest advocate for foreign language here. Like,
Okay, guys, let's do psychology.
I'll put foreign language back up.
I put it in an A tier. It's not bad. It also has its place. It's a good.
Psychology.
What place?
Yeah,
Psychology. Yeah.
You're gonna have to explain that one to me, buddy.
Because psychology also counts as a STEM too. It's a science. You can go to med school with it too. You know.
Yeah, but it's
How
like-
many
it's like
psychology
a-
majors
it's
go
like
to
a
med school,
vast-
though?
A lot. You can't be a psychologist without going. I believe a psychiatrist without going to med school. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So you do need to, like if you really want to be a psychiatrist, you would go to med school. But most of the other people kind of just take it.
But psychologists don't have to go to med school.
But if you're trying to be more,
You just have to get your master's because it's such a competitive thing if you want to be a psychologist. Psychologists have like their master's, their doctorate, something like an extra degree just to flaunt. Like,
You know what? I'll put it up because I think everyone needs therapy.
yeah. If you decide to take that route, of course.
Yeah.
I put it in B.
I'm cool with that.
That's fair. Yeah,
I'm cool with
I
that.
got no arguments with that. That's cool.
That's fine.
We're gonna leave all the sciences out for now because we already know the answers for half of them.
You want to just not put them up?
Alright.
Because like
Don't-
the most busted science there is comp sci.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put economic in F tier because I just hate people who major in econ. I feel like econ is just like some shit that's just made up. Like somebody literally just sat in this chair and just said like, "Oh, this means this. This cash means that. Oh, this theory means that." Yo, just literally just pay attention. Money does this. Money does that. You don't need to make theories, but econ is F. Fuck that. Econ is trash.
So what you're
You just
saying
make
is,
shit up.
where people go
Yeah, I
after
don't really
econ.
understand. I don't understand economics majors because you could easily just be a finance major.
Exactly. And I mean, like half
You
the
need to be a
formulas.
theorist.
Yeah, half the formulas that come from econ come from math. You know what I mean? It's not econ doing that. Econ is like
Yeah.
the theory of how our money and our currency works and how it affects our economy and how it affects, you know what I mean? Like it's all just conjecture. You're literally just like theorizing shit.
So what you're saying is, where they're going after econ, where they're going after graduation is forex.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna make that case, if you're gonna make that forex case, forex is opening your own business, right? So that's a business major as well. Therefore, business is F tier.
No.
Wait, I beg to differ. I put business where it is, but forex I put in the F tier.
Forex shouldn't even be on this list.
Yeah, it should. Wait, is it really on this list?
No, economics by itself.
Okay, all right, good. Because I was about to say, if we have a garbage, tier, then I'd put it there.
Oh, technically, you learn
You don't even need college.
the history of the economics through forex, so that goes behind economics. That goes behind econ.
I mean, do you really learn the history of economics on forex? Forex just kind of just teaches you how the currency works, what it's doing.
To become proficient, you need to know the history of the actual waves of economics.
Like you pretty much got to know how your country is doing in general, because it's like that's literally currency. Like
So political science?
Pretty much.
Forex is psychotic.
Like if you're good at forex, like if you're actually really good, you can make a lot of money off forex. But forex is not like stocks where the common guy can just pick it up and be nice at it. Forex is mad involved.
Yep.
Yeah, like you really have to like be there and sit in front of your computer. Like you have to have like a very strategic like mentality. Like I did forex for a little bit because I just wanted to make some extra money in my pocket. Like I didn't want to be an entrepreneur or a millionaire or anything like that. Like I just wanted to make some extra money. And Greg, like I was making like $20 here and there and stuff like that. But first of all, they was like trying to charge me per month because of the IML Academy.
Yep.
All that stupidness. And I was like, honey, I don't even want to be a millionaire. And I wasn't like, they was like, oh, you're not like promoting it or trying to be a P150. And I'm like, girl, I'm just trying to make some coins.
So what you're saying is the cash cow, where the money resides,
Where the money resides.
the monthly charges
Yeah.
is the business part of it. So business should be S tier.
No.
So business is within
Business should
forex,
be-
you said?
Business is in forex. It's also a part of pyramid schemes as well. Business should be garbage shadow realm dookie tier. Can you make new lists for that? Like,
Wait, I don't know how I feel about the whole forex joint because I tried to join that. My boy recruited me.
Sorry.
But paying that lump sum of money every month, bro, when you're not making nothing, bro, is not cool.
It's not a return on investment. It's not a return on investment.
Most people,
Return on investment for
I'm gonna
them.
be real. I'm gonna be real, job. Most
Not
people
worth
who
it.
make the cash off of forex is from the kickbacks when buying their friends. They're not doing
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
They're not doing
But
shit,
the
bro.
funny part, like,
Yeah.
they're actually making the money off of the monthly payments. Like when we make our monthly payments, they're getting a certain amount of money going to them based off of how many people like they're recruiting through them, and they sign up for IML Academy through their link, and then the people get like a certain amount of money, and it increases the more people that they recruit. So
Yeah,
so most of
therefore-
that money isn't even coming from forex; it's coming from the IML.
The pyramid
Academy.
scheme.
There you go. So therefore,
Yeah.
business.
The gag is, I told her this before she even did all that.
I mean,
Oh,
I
sweet.
even knew
Where
it,
you
but
going?
I still hopped
So
in
where
it,
you
bro.
going?
Business has to go F.
Where you
No. Business,
going?
after all that, business has to go F. Now. You told her all this, and she still did forex. Business has to go F. I don't know how I make that leap, but for some reason, it makes sense.
But you can do forex for free.
You,
Like,
Yeah,
you
bro,
'cause you-
easily
all
on
you
your
do
own.
Is download the Market Academy and get a broker, and then you just do it for free without spending money. You just have to know what you're looking for.
Shh, don't make it sound
Know
good.
what you're
Don't make it
looking
sound
for
good.
and how to, yeah, exactly, and how to read the charts.
Shh,
But
don't make it
once
sound
you
good.
know that basic information, which you can find through books and the internet for free, you can start making your own money.
But the amount
I
of
still
time,
have
the,
to
the amount of time you'll have to do to study all that, you might as well just be a finance major. You might as well just go to back to school and just like.
So be an economics major.
Honestly, like, cause that's mad involved. You might as well be like a broker on Wall Street or something like that. Cause it's so
Right.
involved.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it is.
That's why like that place exists, because if it really was as simple as just taking like a 3-hour course on it, they wouldn't be making money the way that they are.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Exactly.
something else.
Yeah. No, you're right, P-Dap. Exactly. You can put it down once you're good.
Yeah. So more of the story is get into stocks.
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
more accessible. Invest in indexes and just leave your money there for a while.
Facts, yo. Invest in some ETFs
Yes,
so you can
sir.
get some residual dividend income. Then you're getting paid monthly or quarterly, however much you put in, and you chilling.
Yeah.
Passive
What-
income, yo.
What did we say for sociology? Because I think we did that one. I just didn't put it up because I
You can
didn't
put
care.
sociology with criminal justice. I feel like they kind of like they speak the same language.
Yeah.
Same thing.
All right, math.
S tier, busted. Literally, one of the strongest things that works in almost every major. You use math.
Yeah.
Like math is busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I feel like
I want to argue against this, but I legit can't.
You can't.
Facts.
You really
You always
can.
gotta count
Yeah.
numbers.
Aerospace engineering,
Everywhere.
math,
Yep,
architecture.
you always gotta count to
math.
5.
Literally, you can go through every major on this list and find a way to use math.
Yeah.
But that
Even in
level
both of the
math,
arts,
though,
math
like
is
the
in it.
college level of math,
Ridiculous.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not sure
crack.
if there's.
Yeah.
Literal crap.
We'll just leave it up there. Yeah, it's cracked.
Yo,
We'll leave it
yeah.
up there.
Yo, yeah, facts.
Aren't the
I ain't
rest
trying to hear
cracked?
about it no more.
It's not making any money. Yeah, it's not making it anymore.
Okay, what's next?
Linguistics.
Aerospace engineering.
I can count to 5 and that's it. That's all I need.
I mean, yeah. Remember
Five
I said
bands
that
in
you're gonna
big
have a calculator? Always got the calculator handy.
Facts.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yo, Jack. Oh my God. Don't let that go over your head, people.
Out the word.
Download Wabadimu. You get a whole entire TI-85 calculator. You're good. Don't even have to pay for it.
Nice.
Yo, imagine you go to a store like, hold on, I gotta calculate the percent of this. I gotta calculate standard deviation. Let me pull out my TI-85 calculator. Like,
Let me re-download it. Shoot.
nutty. But
Is this for linguistics or from normal?
Yeah.
linguistics,
What even is linguistics?
it's just the study
I
of
have no
language
idea.
at its core. Like what language is, just like how we speak. It's
Yeah.
language.
So what you're saying is,
It's the mix
Going
between
like a
foreign
foreign
language
language.
yeah,
and philosophy.
you could put it there. Honestly, it's a philosophy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
so what you're saying is dead.
That was easy.
Moral of the story.
that was easy. Nursing,
I put nursing in B.
I agree.
I think I'll put it in A.
Huh?
Because nursing is that a major that's kind of like I know the sister's gonna be upset about this, but every mother tells these chicks like, if you ain't got nothing to do, just be a nurse. Yeah, just do nursing.
Yeah.
And it's a good field. You make money. It's helpful, you know. But the only thing I would argue against it is you can only do nursing if you major in nursing. You can't do
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
else.
Also, we're talking about things that break you down when we talk about music and art. Nursing that will destroy you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, mentally. Yeah, physically. Yeah.
Yeah. The hours
Yeah.
are insane. And then you're dealing with people.
They were the heroes. They were our heroes of 2020. So
Yeah.
Definitely. Right.
Yeah.
Bro, I
And they're
remember my
all
friend,
hiring nurses.
one of the kids from Aya, their mom was a nurse. And she just got stabbed because they couldn't administer somebody as soon as he wanted to get administered. Like, you have to be on your A game all the time, man.
That's crazy.
That is
I
crazy.
can only imagine how hectic that is.
Right? And then for some people, that's a regular day. Like if you look at Jamaica Hospital, first of all, the amount of times that people just up and die at Jamaica Hospital, I'm gonna get on the where do we put psychology? Because I want to put it lower, but the psychologists that the psychologists that work there and actually break down what's going on for people. First of all, they don't actually help anybody until the nurses see them and make sure they don't have cuts on their thumbs. If you have a cut or an open wound, you can't be seen by a psychologist at all. Secondly, even if you do that, you have to wait the average waiting time as everybody else. There's been multiple accounts where people just open up the window. I don't know why you have a psych ward that have windows you could jump out of and it's not on the first floor in the first place, but I digress. Jump out the window, end it there, walk over to the parkway, end it there, like, and the nurses just have to walk in and see it. Like,
Sounds like they're just trying to make it easy for people.
I think it's probably because it's probably some sort of like
It's
something
a conspiracy.
something legal probably behind that and why they can't really do that. Probably, I don't know. I'm not advocating for them. It sounds crazy. There
yeah.
has to be a reason for that.
I think if you're in there for the psych, man, you should definitely, if you're in there for psych or disturbance, you should definitely be up on the list over someone who has like a boo-boo on their knee.
I got a boo boo.
All right, what else do we have here? I think everything else is up at S.
It's just pretty much S tier.
Yeah.
Aerospace engineering.
Nope. Let me put my Umar cap on.
Okay.
For what?
In the spirit of Black History Month, I cannot allow aerospace engineering to make it to S tier.
Why is
We
that
have
so?
black astronauts.
We
I was about
are
to say that.
struggling here on Earth, struggling for our third world country, struggling for our Black, African American, and African descended people, but the whiteys are on the moon.
Aerospace
Yeah.
engineer doesn't necessarily mean you're going to the moon only.
But they're not.
Yeah.
Let
Aerospace
How
engineering
the
means you're the
whiteys
one
are
making
on the
it.
moon.
them stay there then.
Yeah, but
They
wait,
get to
wait.
destroy this
But they-
Earth and then go to freaking
Exactly.
Mars and live their life? No.
That's like you making a mess at your mom's house and then leaving the mess there.
Didn't that happen in Big Mouth?
That's unacceptable.
I
Oh
think
wait,
so.
but you don't. So you know that if you go for aerospace engineering, you're not going to the moon at all.
You're creating.
So they're just lying to people.
You're creating the engines for the white people to go. You are working for the white man.
That sounds so crazy. Like, I'm sorry. I would smack that cap off. But like,
Right.
no,
Man,
no.
hold up.
Hey,
Hold up.
someone
And they're not even saving the sea for you.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
You have to go
everything
through
you don't
training.
see,
That's why you go to
whenever
environmental
the
science.
apocalypse happens, it's
No,
always
no,
the
no.
white people on the moon.
No. Chris, they use that excuse, bro. When the apocalypse happens, I'm trying
No
to get on the
African
plane.
flag
They're gonna say, "Oh, you don't have
American
training."
flag.
What? Yo, your grandma on the plane, and I can't even go. Your grandma hasn't even had the training. What you mean?
Listen, man. First of all, I'm
just put
not
the
that
rest of
high
them-
on people saying,
put the rest
"Oh,
of
you
them
know, we
in
got
the
placed on
box.
Mars, this and a third." Anyone that goes to Mars on that first ship is never coming back. That's just a fact.
Oh yeah.
They're
right.
going to Mars and they're living the rest of the days on Mars without
How are they
food
going to
or
live life
water,
in Mars?
like
though?
proper
there's
water. Exactly.
There's like nothing. There'll be like nothing there. Like there's like no
They have
way
to
to
terraform Mars.
We have to.
Yeah,
They said
and when you terraform it,
terraforming Mars is going to take. They said it's not going to happen in our lifetime. So like
exactly.
I mean.
And then
yeah,
even
you
to go
gotta-
beyond
gotta
that, if you're gonna
disrupt it.
terraform Mars, first of all, I already know they broke this down before. Because of the atmosphere, lack of density and all those other things that are going on, if you have any sickness or you're prone to sickness, you're not going. You just can't go. Those bacteria are gonna infect everything else there. You can't go.
And it makes sense too, because like think about it. Like you don't know how your body's also going to react up there.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that this is just another form of manifest destiny. All right? The white man's burden is making us work for them to create the engines for them
Uh-huh.
to expand.
Yeah.
There's not a
Put
lot
put
of
business
black
on F tier real
aerospace
quick.
engineers.
And we don't even have a damn engine for ourselves.
That's what I'm saying. If they were making
But
aerospace engines for the black man,
Put
then I
business
would be
on,
okay
like,
for it.
could you make a new tier list?
Yeah, I got you.
Business owner.
Actually, I got you. Hold on,
there's
hold
not a lot of black aerospace engineers anyway.
That's because they killed all of them.
There we go.
He said that's because they
Why
killed
you
all
let
of
it
them.
play with you, bro?
This happens every
Why
tier
they
list.
playing with you?
This happens every tier list.
You make it way too easy.
Oh,
Sick
man.
and tired. of this.
Also, aerospace. Okay. Doesn't aerospace also include the function of airplanes?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everything that's what you call it
Everything that flies.
flies.
Everything
pretty
that has
much.
arrow in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't
Everything that's
Amelia-
in the air.
Guess
Earhart
what's destroying the
a woman
Earth?
of color?
Huh?
If
What?
I'm not mistaken.
You talking about NASA?
Hold on, let me. I want to make sure I'm not wrong on this.
Like Hidden Figures?
I'm wrong on this. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
Where are you talking about the Orwell brothers?
No, because in BoJack there was one scene where Amelia Earhart was dark skinned. So I was like, yeah, she's black, but I forgot history for a second.
Oh, funny history fact: Amelia Earhart, and I believe it was FDR's wife used to hook up.
What?
Yeah,
I can see it.
Why? That's
Wow.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
My God.
yeah, they used to like hang
That's
out,
why she-
go flying. There you go.
They
That's
were part
hot.
of the 5,000 miles club.
Oh, they flew all right. Ah, ha, ha. And you see FDR in the White House. He's like, yo, I'm scared of planes. I don't want to jump on a plane anymore.
And then his wife is like, honey, it's okay.
I'll go alone. It's fine.
High club.
That's alright.
Do that shit up.
I'll be good.
FDR blew that shit up, and then he got, what was it?
Polio.
And he got paralyzed.
God looked at him and was like, yo, what are you
The fact
doing?
that His wife was sleeping with other women. He was like, no, not my wife. Not mine.
See, no, here's what happened. So Amelia Earhart was sleeping with Eleanor, right?
Uh-huh.
FDR was like, nah, fuck that, blew that shit up, right? when she went missing, they was like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because FDR is like, what are you doing? Like, you looking real sus, FDR. And then he said, oh shit. Next you know, they gave him the polio disease.
It makes
then he got
sense.
paralyzed.
It
So they
makes
feel
sense.
bad for him. So they would stop looking at him as the villain.
Exactly. So, yo, you speaking facts right now. Is there a facts tier
It's
list?
all a
That'd be yes,
theory, bro. It's all a theory. It all makes sense.
A
It all
game
makes
theory.
sense, bro.
It all does make sense.
I love game theory, but it does make sense. See that? That's how you put 2 and 2 together.
Exactly. Math.
Facts.
That's it.
Quick mod.
Quick mouse. And I'll put the rest of the majors there, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Put them all
All
in S tier.
of them in S tier. There's no argument for any of them.
Wait, Denzel want to put his cap back on?
He gonna put the cap on. Is it a little dirty right now?
He's about to put your... Wait, make sure you look at the majors. And then see if you want to put your cap on.
Is this a challenge?
To put the cap on?
Any choose anyone and put your cap on. I wanna hear it.
Go. I want to hear it.
Any of your choosing.
Put your cap on for any...
I'll turn your volume up.
Oh wait, no, I'm not. I can't do this under pressure.
No, go ahead.
Be natural.
Go ahead.
It
Just
shows
go
up
ahead.
on his head like Bobby Shmurda's cat.
There's mad holes in the ceiling now from just entering.
Entering the atmosphere.
Hotep activated. Tchoom.
And then you hear the Negro spirituals in the back.
I got you.
Denzel's trying to sleep, and you just hear him mumbling, "Lift every voice and sing."
Oh my god.
You just go with all our ancestors. Come behind them, bro.
Bags. Here you come just in my room, just staring at me like, what are you doing, nigga?
Why are you sleeping? Marketing for the white man? What's wrong with you?
They all pop up like when all the Avengers showed up. So Cap.
On your left.
On your left.
On your left. On your left, child.
Umar comes in, you
Bro,
dropped your cap,
honestly-
King.
Honestly, if you heard that shit, I'd be frightened. I'd
Honestly.
be frightened. Randomly, like you just hear some old ass voice like on your left, and you like, what the fuck?
I'll fight. I'll swing. I'll swing.
For real?
Yeah, nah. I hear
I
on my
never
left,
seen
I'm
the gun.
ducking.
Facts.
Somebody say on your left, I'm ducking. Weave.
Turning my shit
What
all
you
the way
mean?
up.
On your left. I'm beating to you on my right, bro. You better lay down. Messing with me.
On your left, looks at the right side.
Oh. I think
On your left, turn to the right. Devil's Stavey behind me.
Nah, you probably get like super smacked by Harriet Tubman in the face. Child, I told you you left.
Said your left.
You gonna look at her, you be like, why her slap hurt so much? You gonna see a Glock.
I'm weak.
She used to carry a Glock.
Yeah,
No,
she
no,
did.
no. Yeah, no, I was just about to say that.
She straight up
Yeah.
shot people like.
Oh, you trying to go back? All right, not a problem. Why do I have a gun? That's what you asking. Oh, no problem. Just keep going
Don't
back.
ask
Go back.
questions, bro. But I just trying to make sure you ain't snitching. Reference to the Boondocks episode. Niggas don't snitch.
Nope. I don't even know how to spell that.
That's a fact. That's a foreign language to me,
Facts.
and that's not my major.
Nope.
You said
I don't
snitching
got
is
that.
foreign language. So if you get snitching, you're dead. Boom. It's right there. It's on the tier list. Boom. It's over. It's over. Full circle. All the way.
I honestly think
There
every
goes.
major on this list is F tier.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. Change the price for college admission. Change the price for
Exactly.
tuition.
Please,
College
bro.
reform.
Paying for online school. How about paying $60,000 for online school? Like, make
Right.
it make
God
sense.
damn.
Well, I don't pay 60.
I'm paying 60
on campus.
Paying
Like,
$45,000 for something I could get for $10.99 a month.
Right.
Pretty
Bro,
much.
I'm paying $45K when I could just be a stripper.
You know? Why you spending when you could be making? Exactly.
Exactly, bro.
Are you spending when you could be shaking?
I'm glad my girl's not in the room. Like,
That's perfect brand right there.
is she watching? All right, good. I'm good. I'm good. All right. So we're way over time.
Way over time.
I'm well spent though.
Word.
Well spent. We talked about Umar.
Yes, sir. Everybody, put on your cap.
So does he get mad that people are wearing New York fitteds?
Probably.
Maybe that's the new cap.
Because the New York fitted was made by a white man.
Oh damn.
Nani.
I can't wear any clothes. 'cause it was
At
all
all.
made
But
by
we
white
turned it into a black person thing though.
Which is
But we're still
crazy.
giving
Isn't
money
it
to the
kinda
white
like
man.
taking over? But isn't it kind of like taking over the white man's project?
So if it's not whitewashed, it's blackwashed.
We blackwashed the New York fitted. Because you don't
But-
see white people wearing New York fitted. You see
I
Uh,
wish I could tell you that was right.
Yeah,
I wish I could tell you that was right.
And,
There's definitely some kid named Kyle drinking Monster Energy with his New York fitted.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Everybody. Whoa. Wait a second. Wait a second. Shh. Do y'all hear that? Aaliyah, check behind you, because I'm pretty sure Harriet told me clock back the Glock just now.
Yo, stop playing, son.
She said, click, click. What'd you say?
while wearing a New York
Say
shirt.
that one more time.
She pulled to your crib wearing Timbs.
Harriet, we go way back, bro. Me and Harriet go way back.
Way back.
She got the
We go
special
way
edition
back.
Tim. She got the Freedom Tims. You never get these anywhere.
Me and Harriet go way back to the field. We used to be on the same plantation. Feel me?
Oh man.
She reload on her clip. Like she angry.
Bags. Bags.
Her Timbs just reformed into Air Force Ones. You over.
Yo, what time is it? It's almost 11:30.
Alright, so let's wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So, once again, thank you for coming to 1152 Circle here with another tier list. I was a bit late, but better late than never. But as they always say as well, never late is better. And this is, Fuzzy Bear Slips, the man who believes business is an F tier major. Retweet, come at me. Don't dox me. You can also as Jock Jr. Fuzzy Bear Slips. And we also got
I'ma come in here.
Yeah.
You know the vibe.
Denzel in the building.
Daddy Quick.
Ah.
Major. He's about to be a six-figure salary man out here. First one in this club to do it. Thank you.
Ooh.
That is why business to be at A tier.
He's in Forex. Go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
He started.
Where the money
Forex,
resides.
In F tier for business.
Wait, did you really just start Forex, Sean?
I mean, at least it's a black-owned business, so gotta give it something.
Alright, true.
I highly doubt Forex is a black-owned business.
Forex is not a black-owned
It's definitely not a black-owned
Nothing's
business.
a
Black-owned businesses are as rare as 2% milk. That shit is highly
Literally.
unlikely.
Black lives matter is black-owned.
And I'm your guy, Roxas Right, CJ.
CJ Ray in the building,
We
Man,
also
the myth, the
have
legend.
today
The founder of my bad.
Christoph.
Yes, sir. Christoph, other known as Chris Sauce. Vibin. We here. Olav. Throbbing.
Yes, sir. Throbbing.
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 Throbbing. I'm throbbing. I'm
Throbbing.
Oh my god.
That is
And
Oh, but you throbbing, I'm throbbing.
Yes, sir.
Good shit,
last but not
bro.
least,
We could all throw up together, to be honest.
I mean, hey, I'm down with that.
it's your boy. It's your boy. It's your cousin. It's your sister. Lee Blizzy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man.
Aaliyah. Lily Bands. You already know what it is. You already
Lily
know what it
Bands in the building.
That's
is.
gay.
In the building.
Are you shitting me?
And
Yes,
where
sir.
your crew? 1152 Circle. You
Ooh.
feel me?
I'm Meyer.
Yes, sir.
You say Oscar Myers?
Wait,
Why?
is that an ice cream brand?
Is that
What?
Like the yeah, you want
Oh,
it. Like, I was like the hot dogs.
Oh,
Oscar
that's
Mayer
why-
Wiener, bro.
Once you want like hot dog ice cream thing, I don't know, man. That could be the first business to do it, black owned. Let's get it.
I think
nasty.
that might be the worst black-owned business to ever exist.
Ever.
It exists. Oscar Mayer made it.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Spicy
He
mustard.
was right. He was right.
I'll try anything once.
That's crazy, because I literally had no idea what I was saying.
He was right though. That's the part. Why is there
That's all
chocolate
that
chip?
matters. That doesn't belong on ice cream. But
That don't sit right with me.
Why does
I give it a
mustard
shot.
come with chocolate? What is going on?
that's a bar. That's a bar.
Why is mustard
It's
even in ice
sandwich.
cream?
Who just
That's-
eats
It's a
mustard?
sandwich.
Yo, we gonna leave y'all with that image in your head.
Facts.
I guess we are.
And if any of you guys have it, let me know how it tastes.
Because I ain't doing it.
Don't.
It comes in like this? Nah, I'm good.
And if you got hot dog water on the side, enjoy that.
Hot dog water, pickle juice, you know, just go crazy. Just go crazy.
Oh, I used to have cool dogs. Anyway, all right. Anyway, all right, y'all. We're out.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Skillet.
Good night.
Peace out. Stay safe.